All right, everybody, welcome in. Come on in. Water's fine. Nice to see ya. We have a lot to talk about. Oh, we have a lot to do tonight. You are watching Hypocritic GG, streaming exclusively on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Lou, I'm CheatSpeak. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. Oh, Daddy made your favorite. It's Mario Kart time here on the channel. Once again, why would I do this to myself? For your enjoyment. Certainly not for mine, but here we are. I saw that, Fort and others may have been commenting that Twitch was still acting up. I think I figured it out. And it was showing as good for us again before I went live here. So, I see Drake's Cove is here. Hi, maybe you can validate. Is the Twitch fixed? We had some issues with it last week or whenever the most recent stream was. But I think I figured it out. Weirdly, I think it was bitrate related. And with, how Restream and Twitch were interacting with the high bitrate that we're using now. So, as long as you can see me and hear me on Twitch, we have it all figured out. At last, it's time for Mariano's 8th car. It is. And so many cars, too. You know, you get concerned about them after a while. Where are all these cars coming from? Make it make sense. And Cheeseland, good one to kick it off on. Cheeseland, how we all doing? No Wonderwall is pre-roll music. I have not gotten that self-indulgent yet to put too much of my own music in the pre-roll, but maybe I should. So you know what? I'll work on that. Make sure we're cleared. I have the license for it. Believe it or not, I'm cleared for it. But nice to see y'all. We are... The lights are excited. We have a lot to talk about. Mariano, where do you keep getting all these cars? I wish I knew. Someone needs to tell me where they're all coming from, because there's a lot of them. And if we don't solve this mystery, they're just going to keep happening. It's like a Hydra. You cut off one head, 5 more pop up, wheels flying everywhere. It's a problem. It's an epidemic, if you will. Oh, how about that direct? Let's hop right into it, huh? We had a lot announced, and you might have thought, oh, you know, the Switch is coming up on the tail end of its life cycle, and something new's coming out next year, and we're going to start, you know, winding the schedule down. Hell no. Absolutely hell no. We are potentially going stronger than ever with that release lineup for the next few months. We have, I can't even remember, not even considering third-party announcements, which were substantial, by the way. I can't even think about how many games were announced. We had Super Mario Party Jamboree, which is looking great. We had... Nintendo World Championships, which is coming in July. We had, obviously, the big one, the new Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Chibi style, where you play as Zelda, which is a huge one. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Oh my god, Marvel is back, baby! And Fort's back in his home. So damn much. That was my biggest surprise. And that was kind of what I was most hyped for. Like, people are going to be like, oh, hey, you know, it's my Metroid Prime 4 finally, which, of course, obviously we're pumped for that. Oh my god, it's another new Zelda. Crazy. Donkey Kong Country Returns. They plucked it out of the Wii as if Tropical Freeze wasn't enough. I am a full-on Donkey Kong Country Returns stan, for the record. I loved that game. Defended it even through the kind of forced motion controls. And I'm super pumped for that. So we've got Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, we've got new Zelda, we've got Metroid Prime 4 coming next year, Luigi's Mansion 2's right in the corner, Mario and Luigi, Brothership, oh my god, it's just so much. I'm gonna vote this one just to kick us off, but normally, again, chat, if you watch us when we play Kart, you can vote for the tracks that we play, so it's 1, 2, 3, or 4 in chat, going left to right, or the name of it. So in this case, 1 would have been Bangkok Rush, 3 would have been Riverside Park, 4 is always random, and we'll take the first person to vote, and we'll pick that. So there you go. That was very artfully stated, I think. But so much to talk about. I have a friend that hates the hood Zelda wears because she barely resembles Zelda with that on. How do we feel about that? You want the character out in her full glory, right? I didn't get to dig super deep into anything, honestly. So we'll have to do a little investigation on this. I didn't realize I was over 20k points in this either, which is very exciting. All right. Mariano and Linguini sibling boat is definitely a good game reveal today. I agree completely. And it's very important for us to think about at all times, sibling boat. Truly a certified hood moment. It was the super boat of all time. I'm going to say I haven't touched this in a long time. For full context here, chat, it's probably been since PAX since I've had a really good run at Kart. So we're going to shake off some rust here early on. That was a risky maneuver, and it did not pay off. So we're going to start struggling, as is the way. We're inclined to do so. Everyone's knocking everyone out of the way. I don't need items. I'm going to scoot right up into this red shell behind me, because that's the winner's way. Okay. I don't like the star just hanging out. I swear it goes out of its way to get you. There's no other explanation. It's happening already, folks. We're already in hell. My God. From here, I thought we stood a chance today. Gonna get buggered. It's a no coins kind of race, too. I'm doing great. That was entirely on purpose. Even my shells aren't allowed to do anything. You see that? See how delightful that feels? Oh, we're getting bulleted already? Good. You just get stuck in item hell back here. The star is good. There's no chance to move forward with that. I swear to fucking God. Okay. Fuck me, I guess. Good start. Oh, this is gonna be fun tonight. Why did I do this? Why did I do this to myself? Is my life not stressful enough the way it is? It has to be worse. Okay, let's have some votes here, chat. 1 is Daisy Circuit, 2 is DK Jungle, 3 is Mario Circuit, and 4 is random. First in chat gets to choose what we play, and that is DK Jungle. Thank you, Drake's Cove. All right, so what do we have here? I feel bad that maybe Alpha Dream isn't developing it. To be honest, I feel like they could have used a different style for the Zelda game since they used it before. Like, it's not a bad style, but I want something different. Okay, that's interesting. So, a couple points there. Alpha Dream got dissolved, right? There is no more Alpha Dream, so I don't know who is making this new Mario and Luigi. Let's see. Alpha Dream went defunct in 2019 and ceased to exist in 2020. So it's been quite some time. Mario and Luigi Brothership. Yep, the first not developed by Alpha Dream, the first in the series since Mario & Luigi Paper Jam, the first that features fully 3D gameplay, and the first for a home console. So this is quite the jump for old Mario and Luigi, isn't it? And it's really interesting too, because they're kind of doing the Kirby thing, and you see it with more and more of Nintendo's franchises, where that seems to be that sort of light, almost isometric 3D kind of perspective that they use to bring these games into the third dimension. Super Mario 3D World did that. Kirby and the Forgotten Land did that. I'm sure there's more that I'm spacing on off the top of my head. I'm very happy about Snowland, though. I'm going to try to hold this mushroom. Beautifully done. And now, it does not pay to front run in Mario Kart. We all know this. I've known this for my entire life. But we are... I couldn't get the item out in time, and you can see the punishment has already begun, swift and smooth. See if we blast anybody with that, and I don't think we did. The punishment is swift and true, folks. I'll tell you. Taking that shortcut again. How is Daisy just there? I should have gotten whacked multiple times there. And we finally do with a ghost shell. Oh man, when you're getting stars in 5th. Well, it's mushroom heaven for the rest of this, I guess. Smoothly done. Smoothly done. I don't mind at all. Got a little chaotic in the back there, but you know what? I think that's okay. Bed. I got beaten by bed. Is that how this is going to be? Is that how this is going to play out? Bed? Betrayed by bed? Come on. Isometric works a lot better with actual 3D models, so now you can platform no problem, and that's probably why you see it so often in these sort of games that aim for a much more casual audience, because it's a lot easier to wrap your head around than full camera control 3D. It's not a full camera control game, is it? I don't know. 1 is DK Mountain, 2 is Grumble Volcano, 3 is Rosalina's Ice World, 4 is Random. Give us a vote here, chat. Be smart about it. Use your thinking. Use your think stick. 4, you were not smart about it. Why would you do that? I think this is the first year of no Kirby game released in a while. Let's look that up, shall we? Kirby. There's a nice little timeline on Wikipedia of all franchises like this. So Forgotten Land and Dream Buffet were 2022. Return to Dreamland Deluxe, which I frankly completely forgot about, was 2023. There was no Kirby game in 2021, it looks like. However, from 2014 to 2020, there was a Kirby game every year. And then 2022 and 23. So we've been pretty spoiled, us Kirby fans here. Honestly, though, Kirby is enough to satisfy anyone for any length of time. Whoa, come on! That's just insulting. It's like you see the finish line, it's right in front of you, you have it in your sights, everything's fine, and you come up as short as you physically can. I'd rather just die, I think. I'm too tired and fatigued with this game to even get worked up about it. What did I even bump? Who cares? You ever get to that point, chat, where you're so resigned to like how a game just beats you down over and over that you just accept it after a while? Fucking hell. I'm doing it. I'm bringing these bullshit counters back because this is ridiculous. How quickly it all falls apart. There are some wacky shortcuts that I should be considering here, like jumping over some of these big gaps and these turns, but I'm not doing it. Because I'm a little bitch. Dodging that like a pro. A bullet on this bridge is about the scariest thing you could see. I'm pretty sure. And I've seen a lot of scary shit in my deck. Okay. Who is up there? Run that one by me again? Did you see that? I don't want to repeat it in mixed company here. This is a family show. There's shells all over the place. I'm gonna get whacked with my own fireballs. This is the prison I've built for myself. Oh. 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 Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. I didn't even care about that one. That was totally cool. I just give them to me. Put me in 6th and give me blue shell. Put me in 8th. Hit me in 9th with it. I don't even care. It should just be all blue shells all the time as far as I'm concerned. Why would I even consider any other option or outcome here? Blue shell me. On the bridge. Knock me off. 2nd, 5th, 8th, 12th place. Who cares? I'll blue shell myself in 12th. It's fine. Chef's kiss. Drake's Cove gives us Cheeseland, and we want some Cheeseland. You know a Zelda art style that deserves more love? Link Between Worlds. The new game having a style like that would be lovely. I think I'm with you there. I'm trying to think. That was on 3DS, right? A Link Between Worlds? That was pretty good. I just want an Amazing Mirror sequel with full 4-player co-op. I don't think there's a co-op Metroidvania. That, you know what? I'll tell you. I just want Amazing Mirror in general. For my money, and I'm a little biased on it because this was my jam when I was a wee lad, but Amazing Mirror might be my favorite Kirby game. Next to Forgotten Land, because I do really, really unironically love Forgotten Land. I think it's fantastic. And I don't know how it's sold, but I think it needs more love. Gotcha. All right, we're starting off aggressive. That's good. You know me and not loving Super Bell Subway here, so let's see what we can do with it. That's exactly right. That is... I deserve it. It's just some masochistic shit. Now we're going to stupidly go into his red shell, because we're smart. Fucking brilliant moves over here. The delightful irony of, you know, going for that offensive strike and getting punished for it. Oh, wow. This is cool. Oh, man. This is why I'm retired. I've retired from... Okay, great. Retired from the Kart grind, and this is proof positive of why that's important to do for your own sanity and mental health. Oh, who even cares? Who gives a shit, man? Right back in it. Right around him. I'm not bold enough to take that shortcut. I thought that cone was an enemy. That's how tripped out I am here. What the fuck? How? Lingering? Was that lingering? Okay, fine. I mean, third, but I don't think I earned that. You think I earned that? I did not earn that. That is not the way. Amazing Mirror is on Switch with co-op. It is? Oh, is it in like, is it in Nintendo Switch Online? Is it an NSO thing and I just haven't been paying attention? Because that is delightful. You know what to do here, chat. You know what to do. I'm not even going to highlight it. I'm not even going to pull it my way here from just off camera, but you know what to do. Chat. Chat. Chat, come on now. You can do it. Not 3, Eric, that's cheating. I don't think, is that allowed? I don't have a rule slide for that. What is with all the... How you doing, Eric? It's been a minute. No love for Rainbow Road at all. I don't know. I don't understand the Royal Raceway infatuation here, but now I'm sad. Now I'm tired and sad. Look what y'all have done to me. And it's royal. Okay, fine. I will have my revenge. Somehow, some way, I will take it. Lurking. Oh, broke my Joy-Con and doing surgery. Well, happy to be your background noise for the evening. Hope you enjoy. Nice to have you floating around. But yeah, there was something about Amazing Mirror, to get back to that for a sec, that just buttered my biscuit, you know? There's something about the art style, the presentation, the world that it kind of drew up, the gameplay. It connected with me in a way that like Nightmare and Dreamland didn't, or other ones. Especially of that era, you know, the 2D ones. Amazing Mirror just hit different. You know, sometimes it's hard to quantify, which is bad for a review channel to be like, oh, I can't really explain why this is good or bad. Which I can sit down and think about it. And that would be a fun retro review to do. How about we go take a look at some old Kirby? For the uninitiated here, chat, on our YouTube, if you're not watching on there right now, we've been rolling out some additional content beyond just our live streams and our short highlights. And a lot of that has been review content, so primarily newer indie releases and recent indie releases, but we just did, I think, Everything or Nothing, a Bond game from 20 years ago or so. And there's more like that on the way. So it's very possible that something like Amazing Mirror... God damn, it didn't start the drift, so now I'm just... Am I just destined to be bad at this tonight? Is that how this is gonna go? How do I have to get mad? The problem is I'm not mad enough. Is that the thing? Fucking hell, man. This is just... And it doesn't give me a mushroom. What are the goddamn odds of that? Okay. Okay. It's fine. I couldn't give any less of a shit if I was constipated. I just thought of that line. You like that? Blow me up, baby. Again, it's top half, but I didn't earn it. Yeah, I didn't earn it. Didn't feel satisfying. You know? Just item spam at the end. It will not be the next, like, directly next review that we do, because I do have one that it's in the writing stage, so it's probably going to be another week before it's really done here. 4, I will take that random, thank you. It's going to be another probably week plus before that's done. I kind of queued up the Everything or Nothing review, got that out, and then went away for vacation for the past couple days. So I was starting to do some initial writing on the plane, back and forth. But I still have to do footage capture. I gotta iron the script out. I gotta do fun little skits in the back with Fuecoco and Snorlax. So we got a little work to do. What I like to do with these kind of reviews is have a bunch of them in different kind of stages and kind of have a bunch of tracks going at the same time, where, you know, let's say I'm far along. I'm in like post-production on one of them, where I'm in the final editing stages and I'm whipping up like thumbnails and I'm getting ready to do the kind of advertising for it. Maybe I'm also at the same time getting ready to film or finishing up the script for the next one. So that's at least ready to go into production. And then I'm kind of cooking up the next idea or two in pre-production. So I like to have things at sort of different phases, because those reviews that I do are just me, where Justin, Teresa, Baloney, and Sari will give me assets for it, like the Glooby review at the end, like the score. They make those graphics. But I edit it, I, write all the scripts myself. They don't, that's all me here. So I kind of have to try to stagger out how the content's coming to have it be consistent, Son of a bitch. That's all my shells, too. Damn. All right, you know what? I'm gonna do it. After this race, I'm gonna whip out some text. And I'm gonna get the counters going again because this is just insane. I feel more bullied than usual here tonight, and I want to quantify it. I need data to back up how badly I'm doing. Good timing on that boomerang, at least. I'm almost banking on the mushrooms for some of these shortcuts. Gotta go, boo. Just to avoid the chaos, you want to wait until a bunch of item boxes, ideally, to get maximum impact out of that. But sometimes you can't. It's self-preservation, you know? Oh, okay. Well, we had a good recovery, and don't you even! I'm gonna 31 points? I'm gonna kill somebody. I'm gonna do a murder. I'm gonna go to jail. What's that old Vine where it's some like party out in the street and the guy just goes across the screen real quick. He's just like, I'm going to jail. It's like that. Why are the awards Gloobies and not cheese bags? Because you stay fresh, cheese bags. The cheese bags are not our currency. We're 4ing out of Wild Woods too, damn. All right, so I'm gonna get some text up on screen here. I'm gonna reuse this pre-recorded just so I have something quick here. Red shells. I don't know how many there were there, but we're gonna do this. Where can I put them? I need somewhere to put this text. We're gonna figure it out as we go. I'm also gonna make this a thicker font so I can see it. That looks good, right? That looks fine. Red shells. Okay, and then I'm gonna duplicate this. Right? And it's gonna go in as general BS. Oh, they're both back. Okay. One of them separate from each other. Didn't happen. All right, so we have at least the red shell counter going. Remember we used to do this back in the day just to really quantify how ridiculous the item spam gets in this game sometimes? Well, I want to bring it back because I'm feeling like I need to justify myself a little bit here, so that's what I'm going to do. Those bombs are lethal, though. We've always known this. You got to respect them. But it's hard to respect them when you can't even see them coming. That's the problem. Son of a bitch ball. We watched Happy Gilmore over the weekend, and I have had that one quote stuck in my head when he misses the putt, and he's like, all right, ball, time to go back to your home, and then he misses. And he's like, you son of a bitch ball. Why couldn't you just go home? That's your home. Are you too good for your home? That's how I'm feeling. Okay. Probably should have taken the shortcut there, but we're bitching out as usual. It's just too chaotic, and I need my star going. Get out of here, Meemaw! Did I even get Meemaw to stop? Meemaw can't be stopped. Maybe that's the problem. Alright, so we are back up in the pachyderms here. And I had to burn that just to keep myself in the race, and it didn't fucking matter! Okay, it's fine. This is my destiny! Okay, this is great. That was almost last again, wasn't it? Am I going to lose more points? I'm going to drop out of 20K before this is over. This is fucking dumb. This is dumb, folks. This is dumb. Your boy's mad about it, and it's dumb. Okay, and the rough part is I can't... There's a problem with my OBS at the moment where there's some plugin that's messing with my scenes, where if I delete any asset, OBS crashes. So I have to start it up in safe mode, delete all the stuff that I need to get rid of, and then restart it. So I can't delete that double red shell or OBS is going to crash and the stream's going to stop. So let me retype this. Give me a sec. This is... Let me bold. Okay. And from here on out, we're going to start keeping track of how all of this looks in terms of the BS. Was it good down there before? I hope so. Those looking about as close as I can. Do a drop shadow on that. That looks pretty good. Okay. Is that the place down there? That's place. He's throwing... Oh, you said the Bond review was good. Well, thank you for that. That was a beloved favorite of mine from my youth. Everything or Nothing is an excellent game. So give it a look if you... Son of a bitch, ball! Haven't did. So that's Red Shell's 1 for this, right? In borderline last place, too. That is just criminal. Okay. So I'm going to try to keep... Oh, my God. Fuck off. That was way too close. Okay. So that's 1 and 1, right? It's rare that the Piranha Plant misses, but it's going to be that kind of game where nothing fucking works. Oh my God. And that didn't hit Heather. Why would it? Son of a bitch, ball! That's 4 items so far this game that I got hit by. I'm in last again. I'm really starting to get frustrated. Like, I know I'm bad, but I'm not this bad. Son of a bitch! Are you kidding? I'm gonna scream. I don't know what to do here. I'm getting really bitter and salty about it, actually. This is stupid. Yeah, that's 5. That's 6 total. 1 red shell and 5 random items. I am in fucking 12th place, you losers. Give me a goddamn break. Oh my God, 6! 6 at 6! I'm gonna lose again! This game's fucking dumb. We all know this. We've known it for years. Why do I still play it? It hasn't been fun in a long time. Okay. So that was a really good way to start off. That was no less than 5 items that I got hit by. I'm going to at least try to align this, which I can't do. That's good. And 1 red shell. So there's that. 2, you want DK Summit? I do too. That was legitimately 5 items in one game. 6 items in one game. What the fuck are you supposed to do when that happens? There's nothing you can do. You just take it up the ass like a good boy. and you deal with it. All right, Singapore Speedway, at least. That's nice. Maybe we can We can regain a little momentum here. This is the worst run I've had in a long time. This is really, really... this is really fun, because I love coming in last multiple times in a row. It makes you feel good about yourself and the things that you do. I don't need an item. Who gives a fuck? Ugh. You know, it's funny. We, taking up the ass like a banger channel quote. No, I don't need to be on a list. I don't know. But, what I'm getting at is, I've noticed that my fortunes have really kind of shifted in Mario Kart. Why did I do that? I'm just gonna get red shell. No? Okay. Hit him, maybe. What? That was an impressive snipe. He said sarcastically. But you may remember, back at PAX this year, there was a Mario Kart tournament, and I entered, and we promptly said nothing about it. Because in a nice round of embarrassment for me, I got knocked out first round by a legitimate pro karter who has been to a lot of these tournaments and who routinely is just like automatically, he's one of those that like automatically wins first whenever he's in a tournament. Like I can do it, but I really got to fight for it. He, no matter what happens, he just automatically wins. I have never ever beaten him. I've never seen him get beaten. I've never seen him lose. I don't know that it's possible. So I got knocked out first round because they forgot to pair me, so they just kind of threw me into a game, and it happened to be, you know, his was the most open one. Oh, tell me we're gonna pull this off finally. Lou went up against a Lou. No, there's levels to this. I'm not good. At least like not like I used to be, not anymore. And this dude is just completely on another level. Like a level of good I can't fathom. We got it, at least. That's the dichotomy of man, from last to first. That's Mario Kart for you. But I got so obtusely, but that wasn't even enough. I got first place, and that wasn't enough to bring me back to 20K. That's fun. But I got so obtusely pummeled. First round knockout. I kind of just like swore off Kart for a while. I was like, this is disgusting. And even though a lot of it is luck-based, and I should have been in that match to even begin with, that's a hard one to swap. So I had to take a little time and get away from it. Oh, my favorite. You know that. I had to get away from it for a while. And I've played sparingly here and there ever since, and I already know. It's one of those weird things where as you get older, you know, you kind of have to come to terms with there's certain things you just can't do like you used to. And it's been a weird kind of point of concern because I've kind of felt myself over the years getting a little bit worse at Mario Kart with every passing year. You know, my reaction times get a little slower. You know, there's so many stages to keep track of now. You can start to kind of get confused if you haven't played, you know, a million times on the Wave 5 track, for example. So it can be hard to keep everything straight in your head. Maybe we're just at the point where, you know, after 10 years, we just need a new game to be good at. And I've sort of thought about a lot of that recently, where as I'm progressively kind of getting a bit worse at this, you know, it's also coming up on the point where we're gonna say goodbye to Kart 8 at some point, potentially, you know, as soon as in the next couple of years. And that's weird because I've spent, you know, as of May, I think quite literally a decade of my life with this particular game. Having sunk so much time to it, you know, kind of been present in the professional scene, quote unquote, legitimately. And it was a major, major piece of my personality. You know, I was the Mario Kart guy among friend groups and, you know, places that I went, events that I took part in. I was that guy. So it's weird to have that sort of thing go away or get ready to go away where that's such a big part of your identity and your own kind of self-perception. We're getting a little philosophical on you. So it's been a little weird to come to terms with recently, and maybe that's why I've been sort of getting some distance from it, just to sort of lessen that blow and stop feeling like my entire game identity is Mario Kart sometimes. It's also done wonders for my blood pressure and stress levels, which I'm sure Sarah appreciates. Like, she's probably listening to this and being like, fuck, there he goes. Do we have to play Switch tonight, really? I work 12 hours. Or play Kart, you know. So that's just been interesting. And it's one of those things that you don't necessarily recognize, and one of those feelings you don't consider until it's right up on you. So it's an interesting one to wrangle with. But here we are getting first again as I'm talking about how I'm terrible at Kart now. I don't know. Mario Kart 9 Nintendo Switch launch title odds. Not super good. Probably. Has any console launched with a Mario Kart? I don't know that it has. Maybe Mario Kart 64? Maybe? No, it didn't. I don't know that... Yeah, I don't think that we've ever launched with a kart. It's been close, where there's, you know, a kart out within the first few months of a console's life, but we've never launched with it. And I don't know that we're going to start. Why would... Now you're just trying to hurt me. But this is what happens, folks. This is how we do. You pick 'em. You pick 'em, Harry's, you pull it. That's how it works. So I think it has been interesting to step back from Kart and kind of the hyper competitive stuff that I usually play. One thing that's been interesting too, I've been leaning a little more into my own kind of cozy games lately, especially since we reviewed Kama Eru, and I've been dipping a little more into that side of things as I play more games with Sarah, and we sort of share game interests a little more, where I watch her play Animal Crossing a lot more, and it's to the point where I kind of want to try it, because I've never actually played an Animal Crossing game. So it would be fun, and I think it would be nice. It has been nice to just kind of expand my horizons a bit and get away from these like hyper competitive, always, you know, sweaty games that I usually play to quote unquote relax, when in practice they're not all that relaxing. You kind of see where I'm getting at? So for example, I've been playing a lot of EA Sports PGA Tour lately. I swear I hit that button, but no. Computer says no. That was a good snipe, though. You see that banana going? It worked. If he didn't have triple bananas, it would have worked even better. I like that I can bump into him with the triple shells and just nothing happens. That's... Okay. Make a liar out of me, why don't you? I'm not keeping track of the meter either. Any of these counters. That's on me. That doesn't count. Is he trying to play the video game? My mistake. I was like, tell me that. Okay. Yep, good. It's that thing where, like, you just try to get moving again, and you just get locked in place almost. By the game just working its magic around you. That's targeting. I was ready for it, but that's still cheap. That was not great. Okay, so I'm gonna take the counters down because I'm not doing a good job of of keeping up with them. What was I saying? The GBA tracks are bangers. That is true. At least Sarah can practice monitoring someone's blood pressure at home. Yes, she can. Frankly, she does not need to practice. She's very, very good. So what was I talking about? PGA Tour. I mean, Sarah's big into golf. I've become much more into golf the past couple years. And I've been playing the shit out of... Good choice. Do love me some Snowland. I love the game. It's a great way to relax. It's a great way to just chill out. And you still have, great progression systems. That's a game I would love to review and do sort of because believe it or not, it's kind of a live service too with battle passes or season passes and challenges and all these different things. So that'd be a fun one to kind of take a look at. But I've been gravitating a little more toward those kinds of games, a little less Halo, a little less Splatoon. I was going to play Splat 3 tonight. But then I was like, oh, you know what? I haven't played Kart in a while. Maybe we should have a traditional Kart night. And now I'm just mad. So maybe that wasn't the best idea. But I don't know. There's been a lot of more relaxed games in my purview lately. And more focused, frankly, on just content creation, where I've been working steadily on reviews and content stuff pretty much every day that I have free time for it. So that's been really good, and I've been happy with that new balance of doing games. Our little Lou is growing up. I don't want to be mad all the time. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Well, it's too damn bad. I'm turning the counters back on. This is insane. As soon as I turn them off, now I'm just getting pelted like crazy. I should have known. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. That's just, I mean, it's smart, but it's a dick move, and I hate you now. So, top of my shit list. Let's get him. Sick him. I'm really far behind. Ooh! Well, that was cool. See me go right over that super horn. That was like all coins, too. This game is stupid. It's like pulling teeth anymore. Did I get somebody with that? Please tell me I got somebody. Okay. You know what? What do you even do about that? What do you even do about that? That's my fault. That's on me. Okay. I'm tired. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. All right, what 4? I'll get you yet. I'm still waiting for when I get too old for specific games. I have a lot of single player games I still need to play. You're killing me. The fatigue is setting in. Any redemptions I missed? Challenge. There was that get good was a challenge time. You're cheeky. Get in cheeky. Okay, where am I here? So yeah, I mean it's also good for diversification because it, helps me focus on different games that we're reviewing too, where we're more into the cozy game sphere with stuff like Hamaeru and some other things that are coming down the pipe that we're going to probably play and review in the next few weeks and months. Destiny 2 takes up all my game time, surprised I'm not tired of it yet. I would really like another kind of PvE looter shootery kind of... Maybe I get back into the Division. Maybe that's what I do. I don't know. But it's been good because we're kind of focusing on more of those games that are review oriented. So either it's a new indie game that's coming out or it's a retro review where we're throwing it back for some reason. that's all been. It's been really nice to kind of spread the love a little bit. We did Dave the Diver last week, which was very, very fun, and I love that game to death. So that's kind of fun. Speaking of all of that, though, hope you are enjoying the reviews. Heard, I think Fort say that the Everything or Nothing review was fairly solid, and thank you for that. There's more coming. In the same vein, jumped the gun on that one, and worst timing possible, too. See, we're not paying attention. We're not giving it our usual layer of polish and thought. But there's more coming. I will tell you, a sneak peek, again, because it probably won't be out until next week. The next review coming is of a Sonic game, and not a new one. So that will be fun. It's one that I have extensive experience with, and it's one I'm happy to be taking a fresh look at. So that'll be cool. Beyond that, there's still others that we want to do. There's the series I'm tentatively calling It's Alive service, as like a Frankenstein pun, where we take a look at, the state of those various live service games in current day. Oh, here comes my friend. I'm ready for you. I'm finally ready for you. It's always satisfying. It's still so good. And we have double protective items. I mean, at this point, we're just cruising. Beautiful. Legacy live service games are kind of having a good run right now. Destiny, Division, Dead by Daylight, Smite are still thriving. I guess they got in at the right time. Before it was super saturated, you build up that core player base that comes back to it over and over and over again. And yeah, that's the only way you really survive. Vinny's here! My pals, Kartin! We're struggling tonight, Vinny. This is some of the worst Kart we've put on camera in a long time. So there's got to be one or two. I am very, very tired. You just know all my favorites, don't you, Fort? I'm trying to not scream and upset the whole complex here too, because I'm pretty sure that Sarah was asleep on the other side of the wall here. But lots of stuff coming in. Yeah, I think those, because those those legacy live service games kind of built themselves out to the point where they can be sustainable in their current form. Before budgets really blew up for those kinds of things, I think there's a lot less willingness in the general sort of AAA space for a live service game to be DOA, or to not really have the uptake that, the insane sort of player base that most executives kind of expect and is just never going to be realistic given the market saturation at this point. So you think about things like Destiny 2 or like The Division 2, where they've been around for such a long time. Assumedly, they found a really good balance of being able to produce this content sustainably and keep the games active. Where newer studios or newer games that assumedly have much larger budgets and restrictions don't have that luxury. And you see that a lot, where as games, budgets get bigger and bigger, they need larger and ever-growing player counts to sustain themselves. And a lot of the time, it's just not practical, and you're not going to have those numbers. I personally don't know, for example, how The Division 2 is still going. It can't be a super active player base. There's no battle pass mechanics, right? So I'm not sure what how that works behind the scenes relative to everything else. Son of a bitch ball. Okay. I'm too tired to care. I was going to say, so we were down in New Orleans for the past couple days for a friend's 30th birthday party, Friday to Monday, and we got back late Monday night because our planes got delayed. And I am exhausted. We got like 4 hours of sleep, and I had a full day of work, and I am just... Why did I do that? I fucked myself over. Wow. I really? Right at the end like that? That's not cool. I still lost points for that. You suck, game. You suck. Okay, the bitch that is Mario Kart 8 fluff tracks. They're all so fluffy. Destiny has almost shut down 3 times in the past 10 years. Shit's hard to manage. It is, and that's the ever-growing problem, right? With games in general. They're so complicated to make. They're so big. They're so resource-intensive, not just to develop, but to support. What do you do? You have to swing for the fences. You have to have millions of concurrent players, or hundreds of thousands of concurrent players, for months, if not years on end. You saw something with Halo Infinite. It's one of the best examples where a studio just cannot handle the demands of a live service game, and the player base doesn't support the free-to-play model. And yeah, the multiplayer was free-to-play, but there's a lot of games even so that have the $60, $70 price tag, have the live service model, and they're not profitable because there's just not enough of a player base to sustain them long term, and the development costs are so damn high. And this continues to be an issue as AAA gaming gets bigger and bigger, and budgets become more and more sprawling, and games now take regularly half a decade or more to finish. And we even put finish in quotes, right? So I don't know. Cosmetic store. Money printer go brrr. And honestly, that's what you kind of have to hang your hat on, and if you're going to have any hope of having a sustainable product, you got to monetize the shit out of it. And it leads to a lot of, anti-player and anti-consumer practices, because that's what you have to do. The pro-consumer practices don't make money, and these games need to make shit tons of money or the shareholders get mad because the company only made, profits only went up 24% this year as opposed to 27% the year before, so it's a crisis. It's a very difficult space to be in. The model's very unhealthy. There's gonna be a breaking point. We're already seeing it. There's been, industry-wide layoffs for some time. Consistently so, and it's hard to watch. A lot of beloved studios, a lot of great games suffering as a result because the general model that is AAA game development has just become so unsustainable. And you really do hate to see it. No one wants that. Oh, that's the cue we needed. That's what we needed, baby. He's still small, so that boo saved our ass. I'll take it. The one, it's called Shock. Lightning Shock, whatever. The community calls it Shock. Back over 20K. The Shock makes all the difference. One lightning, if you're in bullet mode, if you're a boo, if you're in, if you're invincible, that's your key. A lot of competitive play basically hinges on when that singular shock comes out and who's invulnerable to it and who's not. And that's kind of no fun. I don't know. Especially in bigger games. 3 more. We are determined to get more Cheeseland. Infinite really shot itself in the foot, though. Cosmetics being the main drive for monetization when Halo has historically given cosmetics free and ruined the armor system. Instead of letting people be creative, they limited the shit out of their own revenue. But that's what you have to do. And that's what I'm kind of saying, where you have to monetize through things like cosmetics if you're going to go the free-to-play route. Now, if they just did the full $60 release and included the multiplayer within the $60 release with the campaign instead of bundling it or unbundling it, we'd be probably singing a different story. You wouldn't have to take that anti-player model with the cosmetics and the armor system and the cores to, because you wouldn't have to worry about having to make your money back and keep the money train rolling forever, right? But it would either take a lot more innovation in the pricing model and the economy, which 343 was either unwilling or unable to do, or you have to suck it up and do the unpopular thing, which is cosmetics and armor cores. And you're right, it did completely ruin the experience, and it was very un-Halo. But so is free-to-play, arguably. But that's exactly what we got. And for as long as the, companies keep suckling at the free-to-play live service teat, that's what we're going to continue to get. Sad but true. And you see it too, where they heavily advertise the number of players who have played the game, when that's really not what matters. Yeah, you had 20 million people boot the thing up for 10 minutes, but who stuck with it? How many people actually really enjoyed it and connected with it and continue to play it? You've had 20 million players over time. Do you have 5,000 now? I just wanted to land on top of it. So that's going to be the challenge with live service games. It always has been. And it gets tougher when you have to graft on these anti-player mechanics onto games and onto, systems in games that are traditionally very pro-player. Look at Infinite's progression systems as well, or lack thereof. The challenge systems, we got him. We got him. The experience and the challenge systems were all just bonkers and very maligned because they're incentivizing you to use XP boosts and challenge swaps and monetizing the progression experience because that's what makes them money. But then you get your catch-22 where if your game's not fun and your progression systems aren't satisfying, and it can have the opposite effect where it drives players away instead of keeps them there. If it's too obviously predatory, right, where Halo Infinite very much was, you're going to drive people away and you're going to turn people off instead of sucking them in. That predatory shit only really works when you have that super dedicated whale-esque audience with something like Candy Crush or Raid Shadow Legends or whatever the super casual market has. These kinds of deeper games, these AAA experiences on console, you're going to have more savvy people doing that and engaging with those games. There's still going to be whales for pretty much every game that exists, and there's going to be people that justify the system by throwing so much money at it no matter what. I just think I personally think it's a little less prevalent in the console space because people are a little more cognizant of what they play and they're a little more in tune. At least in certain types of games. You'll still have stuff like Madden, where Ultimate Team just people dump shit tons of money into it. And I'm sure there were whales for Infinite too, but maybe not to that degree. Maybe because the average player base for Halo is probably not the type that's going to get super suckered in by those kinds of monetization schemes. I'm guessing. This is a very technical discussion for Mario Kart Night, but You kind of see where I'm going with this. What did it bounce off of? Was that the wall? Thank you. Well, I'm screwed now. It's that sort of thing where you make it through, and we've talked about this before, the first 1 or 2 item boxes, if you don't make it out unscathed, you are very unlikely to come back and win. So, I went from 1st or 2nd to 10th with 1 item box. That's game over for me. Most likely. You're staying here with me. You get low on coins, it just gets so arduous to even get back up to speed sometimes. Son of a bitch ball! Too technical, brain too smooth. Just watching Kart. Ford has a very detailed comment there I'll get to after the game. Probably Q balls, but I'm L balls. Give me my name back. My reputation's on the line here. Can't make this shit up. It's a no coin kind of game too. Need something. That'll work. Did I even hit him? I don't love that shortcut with the glider here. I'm gonna just scream, I think. I'm gonna find an opportunity to scream into the void, and I'm just gonna take it. It'd be funny if you had to go under these boxes because you were too short. Oh, it hurts. It's like pulling teeth. Okay. Where are we here? Cosmetic monetization is good. It was just not done right in Infinite. Helldivers, which I will say in my very limited experience with it so far, now that I have the Steam Deck, seems to be doing live service right. It's a very creative way where you have like different areas of different planets, right? And the factions are spreading out and you have to target certain areas and it's all dynamic and the developers are actively kind of curating what parts are active when. It's very, very cool. Helldivers has individual armor piece cosmetics on same, and those are fine because it still gave you the freedom to mix and match. Limiting the armor customization to specific cores killed them before they even had a chance. That's 100% true, and that was likely a management decision. And you have to be aware of your community at a certain point. You have to understand if you're making a Halo game, for example. Halo players are gonna riot if you take away the armor system, because that's what they've gravitated to for such a long time. With no votes, I'm going to try my Rainbow Road here and then cry, I think, if I get 12th again. And yet, that's even kind of a different situation, too, where I feel like 343 for a while has kind of made decisions to actively distance themselves from things that people loved about prior Halo games. So maybe not a good example. But generally, you really want to stay in tune with what people like about your game. So, for example, that would be like if Epic decided to just kind of stop all of the brand tie-ins and crazy new Battle Pass stuff in Fortnite. You know, no new modes. The map never changes anymore. You got to understand what players really actually like about your game and why they're there. Because if you start making, especially in a live service game where you rely on continued player engagement, you start changing the stuff that people actually like, you're gonna destroy what little goodwill you may have. So you really have to be careful. And so in Infinite's case, it speaks to either intentional or ignorant management decisions that are actively really hurting the player base. And yeah, probably shot Infinite in the foot before it ever really had a chance to get going. And that sucks. But you see it more and more often in AAA game development, and I mean, development in general, as you know, companies consolidate and studios change hands and all these different things. The enshittification of everything. We love that term here, enshittification. And it's all true. We are cruising up top here. Can't wait for the world to come crashing down around me here. Like it's about to. It's just a bullet behind me. Did he bullet up with... Okay. Well, there was an attempt. At least I have coins this time. Oh, here comes a friend. Oh, here we go. That was a good time to hit him, too. Oh, this is a bad time for the ink, though. That's unfortunate. We might be good. Get that double item box. It's going to be right on my butt. No more booze, please. If he's that close to me, you know, you got to have time to pull out the item. My dojo. My dojo. We've been over this. You should know better by now. Get out of the dojo. Built it in space, bare hands in space. Remember this? We did this already. You'll never learn. You'll never learn. That felt good. Speaking of Helldivers, let's talk about Helldivers. So M and Xerox and some of the crew here have been slowly starting to acclimate me to the Helldivers experience. I will say, at least docked on a TV with a Steam Deck, it doesn't play so good. So I'm trying to dial in and make it, you know, fun and responsive and playable. But what I've really decided is I need to just take a couple of days to really, like, figure the game out. You know, jumping in to like complicated strikes or missions with people who know what they're doing is very challenging. And it's very, very hard to learn as you go to pick up all those kinds of mechanics. So I'm starting to figure it out internally by myself. And then once I kind of get up to speed a little bit, maybe we'll have like a Helldivers stream night where we will, you know, get the group together and run some missions and do some things. But I gotta figure this shit out first, because it's a lot. Ferry, no! What's going on with the ferry? Is the ferry sinking? Did it catch some chop? Is it in rough waters? Now I'm invested in the fate of this ferry. Tell me what happened. But yes, some exciting life and times ahead for this channel. Most of which has been documented in the Discord, ! Discord out there. If you are not in there and want all the latest on our stupid escapades. But we have quite a few escapades coming. I took that way too sharp. If you hadn't heard... See, I'm just so good at this. Those long drifts are not practical on all turns, but I insist sometimes, and it doesn't work. I just want to make it harder for myself. I just want a challenge. There's some blue light. I need to stay awake. I need all the blue light I can get. Don't you throw that backwards. I see you. All right. Back in the fray. I do appreciate how wide the track gets here, where you can avoid those, you know, triple shellers and all that crazy stuff a little more easily. Oh, we got through the shell? That's pretty crazy. I deserve this. I have no coins. And I'm in 10th. Well, I'm in 10th. I guess that makes sense. Because your boy sucks, remember? It's an existential crisis kind of night. I'm bad at the thing I used to stake my entire personality on being good at. Ooh. I came cruising in. We might land third here. This will be fine. Did I catch him midair? I think I did. We all be diving at near terminal velocities. Yeah, I'm not capable yet. I love that theory. No, that's really funny. But yeah, lots coming up on the channel. If you're not plugged in too much, we, and by we I mean at least me so far, have been credentialed and ready to go to PAX West this year, out in Seattle for the first time ever. We are going to the big show. So that's going to mark, I think, what's going to be our first ever PAX trifecta here on the channel, and my first in my life, where we're going to hit East, West, and Unplugged all in one year. Hopefully all under, creator credentials as well, so we get to have the full experience and keep leaning into the convention circuit coverage, which we love to do. Get interviews there, do hands-on previews of games, all the fun stuff that we like to bring you. We're doing more of this year than ever before, and there will be a lot of really, really cool shit that we're rolling out around PAX West, which is a little more than 2 months away. So there will be an event for it in the Discord. We'll do all the usual stuff. That'll be great. So if you haven't heard, we are going to PAX West this year out in beautiful Seattle, Washington. That is Labor Day weekend, the end of April, or sorry, the end of August. Don't tell me it's April. And the very beginning of September. Very exciting. We also have more review content in the pipeline if you're enjoying that. We will be on the lookout for, of course, new indie games coming out. Stuff like PAX East and PAX West is phenomenal for that. So we'll be keeping an eye on, especially some of those games that we had interviews for at East. There's still more to come. Rugrats Adventures in Gameland, for example, I think is coming out in August. So that'll be exciting, and we'll be bringing you more of those, but also continuing to do the kind of retro review content that people seem to be enjoying. So we had Everything or Nothing come out last weekend. I'm just so damn good at this tonight. What am I doing? But I can tell you, we'd kicked around maybe doing a review for something like Kirby and the Amazing Mirror on Game Boy, which was great. Game Boy Advance, I should say. So, oh, man. So a lot of that is on the radar. And some of the other, why just... If I don't laugh, I'll cry. Should have bopped into Stev on that one. Come on, Stev. Thanks, Stev. That wasn't Stev. That was triple red shells behind me, though. America's national pastime. Oof. Get him away from me. But yeah, a lot more of that content coming. There is also, what was I going to say? That series of reviews we wanted to do on live service, we're still kicking around. As well as some other non-review content, just to throw some different things out there. Lists, ranks, top XY, underrated elements in certain games, overrated elements in other games. Fun little things like that. Some more content for y'all. Everyone loves content. Everyone needs more content. We got to give you more content. It's in our blood. It's in our DNA. That'll be fun. I don't have my stream deck apps up or whatever. I gotta start taking some notes on when some clips are happening that I need to edit out for shorts. All right, no votes here means we gotta try for We Rainbow Road. Absolute S tier garbo, right? So let's see. And we got it. Yay! This might turn around for us yet. I'm gonna have a look through some of our press emails too, because what I really want to do, and what seemed to be going well, is that coverage of those indie games in specific niches or with specific themes. For example, the Kama Eru stuff that we did about the frog sin really went over well. And the traction there was considerable on the review that we did and some of the shorts. It even drove some traffic to the interview, which we love to see. How did I miss every one of those? Ooh. This track is so gorgeous. My God, I forgot. I forgot how good this looks. Oh, it's wonderful. Woo! That worked. Just. I remember doing this on 200cc for the first time and actually, honestly, almost shitting my pants. It was insane. What a love letter to one of the best tracks in the series this is. Green Hill Zone. Yes, this is Green Hill Zone. How'd you know? You're so astute, Vinny. It's all anti-gravity, too. I complain sometimes about, you know, the less interesting tracks, maybe, and the Booster Course Pass in general not giving anti-gravity a whole lot of love. This course goes... Really? That had to be a joke, right? That was a new one. Note to self, if you're in... an air tunnel like that, don't fire the super horn because it's not going to work. You outspeed the projectile. That was just smart. I can't even complain. That's where you want to put those things. And we got someone with the bomb there, so that's nice. Give us a little space to work with. We at least dodge the blue shot. You count your little victories, wherever you can. So about those little victories, that's a lot of weaponry coming my way this game. I'm gonna start getting concerned in a minute. It's been peaceful up here all game. Let's try to keep it that way. Yeah, we got it. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. I fucking love this track so much. Here's a question for you, chat. We talk a lot about, you know, where courses fit in kind of the overall paradigm of this track's better than this one's C tier, this one's B tier, whatever. What is your favorite track in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? There's almost 100 of them now, so you certainly have variations to choose from. Top 3, top 1. If you really had to just pick one, metaphorical blue shell to the head, what's your favorite track in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? I think you know mine, so I will maybe save that. But if you have one, pop it in chat and would love to hear your thoughts. Because there are a bunch of damn good, like, stone cold classics up there with the likes of even the most iconic and enduring stuff from the franchise's history. Blue shell to the head. I wanted a slightly less violent metaphor, but also maybe that's just more violent. I don't know. Okay. Oh, fairy, no. Does it not summarize the whole experience right there? How much more could you ask for? This is Mario Kart. Oh, baby. I will admit, it has been really nice to be off the Kart train, and this is reminding me why I was in the first place. That'll be a nice surprise for somebody, and it was. Deadly, deadly bombs. Can't tell you how many. Son of a bitch. Games are won and lost by a single bomb. That was just... I couldn't time that. Why would I ever get to hide from a red shell with a boo? I wouldn't. That's the joke. Interesting. So you steal someone else's mushroom there, and it doesn't clear your own ink. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day, it seems. I really miss being able to see what other items everyone has. Normal Mario Kart 8 on the gamepad on the Wii U really baked in a lot of quality gameplay with that feature. A lot of tactical planning done. Rude. Oh, that was just rude. Okay, where are we here? Wii U card, best card, don't at me. Honestly, it is true. In my opinion, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the best Mario Kart ever. It's better than, it's more mechanically sound than 64. It's less chaotic and more reasonably balanced than Wii. It's more innovative than 7. It's more content-rich than Double Dash. It's just better overall than Super Mario Kart, which frankly has not aged super, super well. So honestly, it's hard to beat. Full Metal's here too. Hello. Deluxe. It's a Royale with cheese. The new Zelda does look dope. How about that? We were talking about the Direct earlier. So much insanely good stuff announced at that Direct. New Mario and Luigi, new Zelda, new Mario Party, new Metroid Prime 4 is finally happening next year. Holy hell. Nintendo World Championships. A whole bunch of new stuff for Nintendo Switch Online. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Just amazing, amazing, amazing Direct, and it's really helping what is almost guaranteed to be the last full year of the Switch's life cycle, really go out on a bang. It is not holding back by any means, and we still have stuff like Luigi's Mansion 2 HD coming. Just wild, wild stuff. One of the strongest years, I think, in the Switch's life by far. So we've had a bunch of great ones already. The Thousand Year Door remake in particular sticks out. There's even stuff coming for like Nintendo Switch Sports. They're still getting new sports in that game. Like, we are eating good in this neighborhood. It's so true. So I am hyped for that. I'm hyped for all of it. And then, you know, that'll get us through to pretty much the holiday season, right? And beyond. And then we start thinking about next year. And that means Switch successor. And, oh, what a time that's going to be. Frankly, about time, considering, you know, how long the Switch has been out for, how much technology has grown in the years since, and how we kind of desperately need a hardware update for this thing to keep up with modern times. I was like, who is that? Who is that blue shell going for? It's impossible to know. It's all just a shit show. Oh, man. We are probably going to give this another 15 minutes or so, and we'll call it a night here tonight. Your boy's gotta get some sleep. Like I was saying before, we were away in New Orleans for the past few days for a friend's birthday party. Going hard, of course, and that takes a lot out of you at 30-something years of age. Late flight back and very little sleep last night. A full day of work means all go and no makes Jack a dull boy. Oh boy, so probably why tonight's karting has been such a struggle too. But you do what you can. Daisy Cruiser. Oh yes. Shortette. New Orleans. It was August. So I had never been to New Orleans before this weekend. It's been top of my list of places to go in the U.S. for years and years and years, probably since college. And it just never happened. Now that it has, I'm addicted. It was so fantastic. Now, it was hot as hell. It was humid, it was muggy, it was gross, but it was still insanely fun. And I want to go back, like, immediately. There's so much history, there's so much culture to explore. It's such a unique place. The vibe of New Orleans, like, you know, every city has its own kind of unique vibe and you know, stuff that makes it special. New Orleans definitely felt like a very distinct and very interesting place to go, and I'm really eager to check out more of it. Every fireball a miss. Appropriate. Okay. Endless red shells. You get whacked and that is it. See ya. Oh, okay, great. That's what I wanted. You get to watch them all go by you because you were in like 4th or 5th when you got hit. So they get out of it faster than you, and they're already past you. No. I was like, no. Invincible through to the end. Oh, almost. We almost got her. It's hurting. It's hurting, folks. It hurts. Hurt me. Okay. Fading fast. Let's try to go out on a higher note than that. How about? What are we thinking here? Do love some Vancouver Veloz. Let's give that a go. Now I'm just kind of looking through some of those indie gems coming up on our radar here. We'll hopefully have some interesting stuff coming in the next couple of months. We'll keep you updated as we always do. Hyrule Circuit. Make it a thing. Alrighty. Good. That's what we wanted. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Oh. Actually, I'm a wizard. And I'm the most pro that's ever pro'd. Get out of my way. There's an early throw for that red shell, but we got it. Thank you. Mine don't hit anybody. Everyone's hit me. Don't you do it. How did he... Sus. I still can't get out in front of him? Cool. Right on time, too. Yep, I didn't need that. Hit me harder. That's fine. Good, 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 good. And it's the mushroom, so we can't use it here. I'm going to save it for the shortcut that's actively harder to use than the main route. Unless I just get massacred first. Who even gives a shit? Am I right? I haven't given a shit in years. Didn't work that time. Another boo? It kind of worked. Kind of. That one was a little messy. Oh, fairy. Okay, I think we'll actually give it a call there for tonight. little lower energy than normal, even despite all the Mario Kart chaos, and I can't dredge it up no more. So I think we gotta give it a call there for tonight. But thanks for tuning in, one and all. You've been watching Hypocritic GG, streaming exclusively on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Lou, I'm Cheat Speak, and we got some great stuff coming up for you in the next couple of weeks, including more review content. And spoiler alert, the one that I'm targeting to get out next week is a Sonic game, and it is not a recent Sonic game. So get ready for that. We are returning to PAX West this year, which I think we just announced for the first time tonight. Or not returning. We are going to PAX West for the very first time ever in late August. So get your butts ready. Exclamation point Discord, if you're not in there, is where, you know, all of that coverage typically lands for up to the minute stuff. We'll have a channel and an event set up and all those good things. And more streams to come every Tuesday as usual. So please enjoy. You should try the new Peach game next time. Princess Peach Showtime, you know, I've wanted to take a look at it. Sarah and I have both been interested in it, and maybe that would be a fun thing to triage and have a playthrough of. At least checking out the demo, because I know that there is a demo of it. So we'll take a look. A lot of games I'm behind on. Princess Peach Showtime, the new Thousand Year Door remake, and then just a shit ton of stuff coming from the Direct that we heard about today. So it's going to be a good rest of the year, and we're going to eat good as Switch owners here. So the last full year of its life, it is going out with a serious bang, and I cannot wait to get my hands on a lot of that stuff. All right, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Stay tuned next week where we will not play Mario Kart, and I can return to sanity a little bit. This has been Hypocritic GG, streaming exclusively on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Lou, I'm Cheat Speak. Thanks so much for tuning in. Stay fresh, cheese bags. We'll catch you back here soon.